Good evening and welcome to the Heat Army Podcast Live. We are bringing you with full match commentary this evening from Gateshead International Stadium, and it's Gateshead versus South Shields. A bit of local flavour for the second last pre-season game of pre-season. It's been an eventful one so far with lots of trialists making their name and trialists signing, and there's another trialist, or two trialists involved tonight, one starting. My name's Steve Gallis. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers, and Mark, a nice mild night here on the banks of the Tyne. It's making the most of it at the minute in pre-season.
I was going to say, I'll remember nights when it's like this and it's mild, when we're sat here in early December and I'm having to cuddle into you at 5:10 on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, it's lovely. They say pre-season football's getting to that point now where you just want the season to start. There's a lot of fitness still out there, but there's still players still trying to earn contracts and make a name for themselves at the new club. And new players that have come in to Gateshead so far this in the off-season is Tom Lavery, who had a man of the match performance for us on Saturday. I think he even got on the Sky News app. He got the highest rating in the game as well, and deservedly so. Also as well in that game there was another player that played. I'm trying to find him on the list. I can't see him for looking, and that was Jack Robinson, who had a bit of, I think both players had a shaky first 5 minutes against the opposition, but definitely grew into the game as it went on, and Robinson really finished the game strong, didn't he?
I think you could probably say the same about Gateshead as a whole.
Yeah.
But you are right, yeah. Robinson, I think Gateshead in the early stages were just trying to figure out Newcastle and see where the threats were coming from, how they were setting up. But once they got to grips with it, I thought actually they limited Newcastle. Obviously there was an early scare when Adam Dubois had to make that save. I think it was it Bonds?
Yeah, it was.
But after that, I thought Gateshead kept Newcastle at bay pretty impressively, to be fair, given the difference in standards of the two sides.
I mean, obviously, I think no Gateshead fan would have went into that game thinking we can win that one, or batter Newcastle United, for want better terminology, but want to give a good account of ourselves. And in my head, before I went into the game as a Gateshead fan, I thought 60-minute display, don't embarrass yourselves, hold firm. And it turned into a 90-minute display of that, and I was very impressed. And yes, it wasn't all the big hitters for Newcastle, but a lot of them players have played European football, internationals, and will be featuring the Premier League this year. And for Gateshead to hold their own and keep the shape the way they did, it was regimented. It was it was a joy to watch. But it bodes well, doesn't it, going into the season?
It does. Now look, people will say results don't matter in pre-season, but I kind of think that one did, because if it went the other way and Gateshead took a bit of a hammering, which some people expected, then it can impact on the confidence and going at this game. But then I look at coming through with a draw and a good performance and showing all of the aspects of togetherness and defensive solidity that you want from a team, but that they're going to need throughout this season. I just thought it was a really, really positive day for the club as a whole. We haven't even mentioned the off-field stuff, how well that went.
Oh yeah, it was a crowd of close to 7,200, I think, all but a few 70 seats. But amazing. I mean, obviously we proposed out on social media about the volunteers and the staff at the club. They've come in for a lot of flack over the last few years, but I think they had to be commended for the way that went off on Saturday. Was absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, and the clean-up job was still going on Sunday, by the way. I got a message from Sophie at the club saying she was behind that stand over there still tidying up. So there was a lot of stuff going on. But I think on the whole it was well done by the club, and they deserve a lot of credit. They've taken a lot of stick at times in recent seasons, but I think on Saturday they fully deserve the credit for putting on a really good show.
And also as well, we haven't mentioned the man that kind of scored the goal. It was a very patient Gateshead side, as I mentioned. They had to bide the time and take the chances. There was few and far between the chances, but when it did happen, they were calm and collected. And Luke Sipik, it was a wicked deflection from the free kick, but his finish was absolutely fantastic under Nick Pope. I thought his touch was sublime. Yeah,
right place, right time. I think he's been really good in pre-season. Obviously, he's had been on trial prior to Saturday. Saturday was his first game as an official Gateshead player, wasn't it? and looked good. I thought really, used the ball really well. I thought he was confident possession, even under the high press Newcastle put Gateshead under, and he wasn't scared to take people on.
There was no quarters given, really, was there?
No,
So it was a full-blooded performance, and that's what you want. You want, yes, you want defenders and midfielders that are going to try and get a foothold in the game. But if they're doing it at the top line, that really helps as well. And Ash Botswain, as well, I think maybe went under the radar a little bit because obviously he didn't have many opportunities in the box on the attacking sense, but his all-round team performance defending, I think he headed about 3 balls clear from corners. He won one-on-ones. It was a very competent performance from the big young striker.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget he was up against an experienced or former international now, I should say, in Fabian Shaw.
It was a good tussle.
But it was a really good tussle, and Botswain, for a young player, gave every bit as much as he was getting. By the way, how many photographers are here tonight?
There is quite a few, yes. What can I say? The flash bulbs will be going off during this one.
Six.
Obviously, for anyone that isn't here, obviously, there is quite a good away contingent so far. A few disgruntled home fans because they've sectioned off some of the stand. People do like their favourite seats, but hopefully we can see another solid performance. And anything we know about a Mike Williamson side, they're going to be set up very well. They're going to try and hold a lot of possession of the ball. Will they have as much possession as Newcastle had on Saturday? I don't know. It might be a bit more competitive that way, but it'll be interesting to see how Lee Cattlemore sets up to break down this South Shield side. And I'll quickly go through the Gateshead lineup. Adam DeWar in goal, Tommy Lavery, David Ferguson. There's a trialist in defence, number 5. Keaton Ward starts, Harry Chapman, Fenton John, Josh Holm, who both were fantastic in midfield on Saturday. Tyrell Newton gets a start along with Dom Telford and Ash Botswain. So it's a bit more of an attacking lineup, this one, I would say, with the 2 strikers up there and having Tyrell in behind, who we know can play at number 10 and likes to get in the box. So I think we're probably expecting a bit more of an open game here.
Yeah, very much. I mean, both teams like to attack, and I'm looking at the South Shield side, which I know you're going to go through in a minute, but I mean, effectively 5 attacking players in that side, which it makes it, I think it'll be a really open game. I think there'll be goals. So naturally, I apologise for the next 90 minutes of 0-0.
Yeah, well, I'll go through the team. Jasper Sheik is in goal. Kane Sykes, Dylan Morse, of course, who did have a spell at Gateshead. Ethan Mann, Dan Dodds, Toby Onone, Kedwin Scott, former Gateshead striker, Adam Campbell, former Gateshead striker, Sonny Finch, son of a former Gateshead goalkeeper, Paul Blackett, former Gateshead striker, and Caden Kelly. We'll go through the subs later on. But just to mention that, 3 of those players, extreme talents in a Gateshead shirt when they were here. Paul Blackett probably didn't get the rub of the green or the amount of game time he would have liked, but he had a free scoring Macaulay Langstaff in front of him and Kedwin Scott. So it was hard, but he's really made a name for himself at the moment with national attention during the summer. A lot of National League clubs, fans talking about him, wishing they had signed him, but he's put pen to paper on a long-term contract.
Yeah, I had interest from League 2 and the National League, Paul. I think it's a great bit of business from South Shields to get him on a 3-year deal. For my money, along with Glenn Taylor, he is the best striker in the National League North. And he's integral to what South Shields do. The way they play, they like him being on the last man, they like him getting him behind, and generally, if he gets in behind a defence, you're not catching him, which is something to watch out for tonight with South Shields.
Just about his pace, if you cast our mind back to an FA Cup second round game against Charlton Athletic here at Gateshead Stadium, Paul Blackett came on as a second half substitute, and he had 2 one-on-ones, didn't he? He got past the defence with ease, ran onto the ball fantastically. So we know the dangers that Paul Blackett brings. On the bench for Gateshead, Pete Jameson. There is another trialist B. Josh Anafuozi, Lucas Lowry, Jack Robinson, Ben Williams, Luke Sippick, Callum Boone, Robert Leach and Billy Chadwick. And I'll quickly go through the subs. The trialist of Alex Wright. Then there's Owen Jordan, Jack Rose, former Gateshead loanee, Camille Lashabella. We've got Connor O'Connor, Joe Harrison Hogarth, Logan Robinson, Chinzono Chibezi, Sean McGurk, Ahmed Killick and Sam Ashford.
Do you know what? I batter you sometimes for pronunciations, but you've done well there.
I did well there.
You've done very well. It's Kanya Leshabella.
Well, is that the one that's just signed today?
No,
Stoke?
That's Chinoso Chibueze.
There we go. So see how we'll get there in the end with it. But yeah, it's I'd say it's going to be a good game. Both teams for obviously audio listeners. It's audio listeners only today. But Gateshead in half and half, black and white tops. The visitors in their claret and blue, white shorts and white socks.
We haven't even mentioned the links on the bench.
Yes, there is. I mean, I'll let you go through if you want to.
No, I mean in terms of the manager.
Yes,
in
of course.
Terms of Mike Williamson.
Mike Williamson and for some older Gateshead fans as well, Stephen Harrison, his assistant who was a phenomenal wing back here at Gateshead over a couple of spells. And as I say, you won't meet a nicer person in football. And I believe his son's at Chelsea, isn't he? In the academy at Chelsea.
Yeah, Ollie Harrison. Yeah. First
so
time Mike's been back in opposition, isn't it?
It has, yeah. So as I say, Mike, he's just going over to shake hands with Lee Cattermole at the moment there, and as I say, it's going to be a good test. There'll be no anything of a Mike Williamson side from his time here at Gateshead. They're going to be well set out.
What's the link to South Shields on Gateshead's coaching staff? Well, there's two.
Well, Ben Clark had a loan spell, and was it Gary Newsham was there?
Martin Smith.
Martin Smith. Oh yeah, Martin Smith. Yes, he was a player not so long ago, wasn't he?
Well, last season.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not so long ago. But we're going to be getting underway very shortly. Any second. Gateshead shooting towards the River Tyne, and the visitors are shooting towards the Felon End. And of course, there is one player that isn't that we didn't mention about there. Is that former Gateshead captain as well, Robbie Tinkler, who isn't involved tonight, but lovely to see him here on back at the Gateshead International Stadium. As we're underway now. Sykes just plays it inside.
Jack Rolls as well.
Yeah, Jack Rolls. Yeah, he was probably one of the shining lights in the back end of that season when Gateshead missed out on the playoffs.
Before he got recalled.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Great turn.
On it midfield, just holding it up.
Been really, really impressed with Tovey since he signed for South Shields. Seen him in 2 games, and both times he's been absolutely immense. Just so strong on the ball, and came through the Leicester Academy, signed this summer, and looks a real player.
Oh, we've seen Kyan Pennant come from the Leicester Academy up to this neck of the woods, didn't we, last season? So, not one of the notable academies, is it, that you talk about in football?
Well, but some players come through, though.
There certainly is. The Middlesbrough one has produced a few that's involved tonight, as South Shields just spread the ball over onto this near side where Sonny Finch takes it down to the dead ball line, pulls it back across, and the ball goes out of play for a corner. And it came off the try list.
Big opportunity for Telford tonight, isn't it? Hasn't he had a lot of football in pre-season? And
yeah, I think tonight's a time where I think he'll be wanting to show what he's capable of in front of Lee Cattermole. As the ball comes in, it's along the grass, cleared though by by Ash Botswain. Tom Telford trying to get past his man. It was well defended though by Sykes. And they bring it down the left-hand side now as Dodds lays it off. Back to Dodds. Campbell, who signed from Hartlepool in the summer, former Gateshead player. Excellent. But at the moment he's dancing through at the moment on the far side there. Onani just lays it off to Sykes. They've definitely started on the front foot here, South Shields, as Dodds has the ball. Sykes shows.
Gateshead actually had a bit of interest in Dodds when he was at Hartlepool. It was a deal that was discussed at one point, I think. I don't think that's out there.
No, it is now, but a ball over the top. And
that's a great touch.
Chapman just playing that wing-back role this season. Just calmly played it back to Dubois. Clearance up the pitch. Campbell nods it out of play for a throw just inside the South Shields half on the far side. And we've got someone listening in from Mallorca. Bigger up the heat. And we've got Sean Parry as well. So
could be one of those rare occasions when it's actually warmer, or just as warm here as it is there.
Quite possibly.
I doubt it,
I doubt it, yeah. But ball nodded on by Botswain. Headed clear though by Mann. And Gateshead just get the ball under control. Blackett chases down. Lavery puts the ball over the top for Botswain. Botswain gets past his man. He just good defender, no, just blocked the path there to South Shields defenders. But promising touch from Botswain there as the ball come over the top.
I just wondered when it flicked up, because of where Jasper Sheik was, if he could have just nicked it over the top of him and chipped the keeper. The ball seemed to run loose, and I think it was there. It's
a lovely ball by Campbell. Set away on the far side, but Lavery more than capable to get in front of Kelly there. Ball comes off Kelly for a Gateshead throw.
Now, I'm fairly certain Caden Kelly and Tommy Lavery will have been former Sunderland teammates in the Academy of Light. So it should make for an interesting battle.
Well, I was going to go through one where it's Fenton John and Sonny Finch. Quite possibly have played in the same team as well. Although they might have been 2 years apart. There might be some overlap. As ball bounces in midfield, Gateshead do win the ball back and bring it forward as Fenton John sends Chapman away. He's left on the ground, but Chapman up towards the edge of the box. Just holds it up. He's wanting some support. He's done well and gets the ball back inside the box. Can he poke it to Botswain? Oh.
Was he offside when there's a player behind him?
Yeah, he's holding the player off, but yeah. But good. That's the first time in a few weeks we've seen Chapman in an attacking role.
Yeah, obviously played more of a wing-back role, didn't he, against Newcastle, but actually did it really well. I thought him and Anafose did really well, given they're both, mostly attack-minded players.
A crossfield ball comes over, but Chapman back nods it down to the trialist, who does well, pokes it back to Dubois, who really gave a good display of himself against Newcastle on Saturday. Caught the eye of a lot of people as the ball forward.
I mean, that save early on was incredible. I didn't realise at the time just how good a save it was, but it was incredible to get it over the bar, to get that big hand on it when, Bond struck it really, really well.
Oh, intercepted in midfield. Oh, and a siving tackle. And he's going to give a yellow card there. Fenton John not happy, a little bit of afters. It was a little bit late. But I think
it is the second one, man.
It is, yeah. I know. I was just going to say he was wiped out about 2 minutes before as well, wasn't he? I don't know if it's by the same player though, was it? But yeah, well, a heated friendly here so far. 6 minutes gone, 0-0. Gateshead with a free kick about 35, 38 yards out, very central.
I don't mind that. If you're going to be like that in pre-season, it bodes well for the season, I think. Yeah. And I'll tell you something, from both sides.
It's competitive.
Not just that, it was nice to see both sides rushing in to stand up for their teammates. So I don't mind that at all. We'd be complaining if we sat here watching a dull...
Yeah, you don't want to watch a training ground affair, do you? So
God, no. More of that, I say.
Well, Keaton Ward, who we haven't really mentioned, is getting... some good minutes in the legs. Of course, he missed the first couple of games of pre-season with the injury that he had at the back end of last season. Trialist puts it out to Chapman on this left-hand side. Back to the trialist, who's lifted his head up straight away and plays it back to Ferguson. Lavery. Back to Ferguson. The trialist gets it out to Josh Holm, who puts it over the top. It's a lovely ball to Dom Telford. Got down to the dead ball line, controls it. He looks for support, gets it from Chapman. Oh, and Chapman, well, he gets the cross in, and it's going to be hook clear. Only as far as Lavery, though. Lavery gives it to Keaton Ward. Fenton John, Josh Holm. That's good stuff from Gateshead. They're keeping the ball in the final third as Chapman back to Holm. Gateshead just keeping possession and playing it across the park.
I think it's possibly been overlooked a bit just how much Josh Holm has come on in the last sort of 6 or 7 months. I
don't message the players much, but I did send him a message. I said, you're like a curly-haired Roy Keane on Saturday. And, in all jointness, but it was nearly a probing ball through there, but Gateshead do pick up the loose ball in the battle. Tyrell puts it to Chapman, left-hand side of the box. Takes it down to the dead ball line, culls it across. There's way too much on it there. And now South Shields can try and counter up to Blackett on the halfway line. Just has to slow it down and bring Adam Campbell into play.
Switches on here, Finch. Finch has made a good run, just made some space, but hasn't got the ball. Might come out of now.
Chapman's got him covered now, but it goes across the back line for South Shields. As Campbell receives it, plays it out to Kelly on the far side. Crosses the ball in. It's not a bad ball, and well, Kedwin Scott was coming flying in through the centre and just couldn't get to the ball, but it was a dangerous whip ball, that.
Josh Home had to be careful there because he was not watching the ball, he was watching Scott and trying to block that run. You just got to be a little bit careful at times like that.
Dubois, magnificent long kick there. Botswain keeps it in. Tyrell Newton just couldn't get to the ball there, and South Shields get it under control. Dylan Morse. Kane Sykes.
It is like a 3-4-3 again, isn't it, from Gateshead?
Yeah, it's
Keaton Ward and Chapman.
Tyrell just playing a little bit higher, isn't he? As now Sykes brings the ball forward. Sonny Finch is on this right hand side. Blackett asking for it in the centre, though. The delivery had to be good, but the rebound has found its way out on the far side to Cian Kelly. In the centre now. Dodds lays it out. Dom Telford just gets there and pokes the ball out. Comes off the South Shields player as well.
Fourth official not to stop that ball.
That's why he's official. He hasn't got the touch, Mark. He hasn't got the touch. Chapman. Gets the ball to Dom Telford. Up and comes inadvertently off Kedwin Scott's head. Ball played through. Oh, nice interception by the trialist because Blackett was on his toes.
Yeah, exactly what you get from Paul Blackett. Not that you need to tell anyone at Gateshead, but you know that will be the run that he'll make. He'll try and split the centre backs and get in the pockets of space and behind them.
Lavery brings Keaton Ward into it. Inside to Fenton John. Lovely first touch. Nice, gets himself space and just he'll be able to lay this ball off to the trialist. Plays it out to Chapman, just a little bit too much on it there. It's one of those, you're getting to that stage of pre-season where if the trialist's been here for a few weeks and they're trying to earn a contract, they try to do too much sometimes. There's a bit too much sting on that one.
Yeah. I think he's just tried to cut out the South Shields players in the way of the ball, really. Just try to get it beyond him. Did so, but just put a bit too much on it, as you say. Lee Catmull a bit more vocal tonight.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of discussion between himself and Martin Smith. 12 minutes gone, still 0-0. Very open game. It's Campbell. Comes back to Mann. Mann puts the ball over the top, looking for the run of Kedwin Scott. The trialist's there to head it clear. Botswain loses the ball. Anai has the ball. It's going to thread it through to Blackett. Blackett got Ferguson with him. Goes for the shot off Ferguson's legs and out for a throw on the far side. But Ferguson stuck to him like glue there. But you have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that running into that channel. Didn't really fancy it on his left foot, I don't think, but got the shot away. But brilliant from Ferguson. But you are seeing the way South Shields play. They will be patient. They'll wait for openings. They've got plenty of attacking intent on the pitch. So it's going to be a real test for Gateshead, this.
Mann on the ball. Every player bar Shake inside the Gateshead half. Comes out to Sykes. Sykes has Kedwin Scott, who just plays it back to Dylan Morse. Now across to Mann. Mann brings it forward. Very patient build up from South Shields, getting themselves higher up the pitch.
One of the best young defenders in non-league football, Ethan Mann.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic potential.
Very composed, doesn't he?
He's excellent. Can do a bit of everything. Good on the ball. Good in the air. Got a bit of pace about him. Could be one South Shields will do well to hold on to, I think.
I've been impressed with O'Nani so far.
Apart from those two hacks.
Apart from the two hacks, but I'd rather a player likes to tackle and can play than Just does the silky stuff. But no, he looks very competent on the ball, doesn't he?
He is. Yeah, I think the first time I saw him was at Blythe Town, and with all due respect to Blythe Town, you've got to take into account the difference in the two
Sonny
sides.
Finch was just trying to stay on side there. The ball, he was aching for that to be passed forward, wasn't he?
Yeah. Obviously, first time I saw him playing against Northern League Division 1 side, so you try not to get too carried away by it.
Oh, lovely stuff from Ferguson. Read the run. Unfortunately, his clearance is being picked up, though. Campbell plays it through. Blackett down to the dead ball line, pulls it back across. Kedwin Scott ricochets into the goal. I think it's an own goal, unless it comes back off Scott. Hard to tell. We haven't got a replay, but I think it was an own goal.
I think it's come off Kedwin.
Has it come back off Kedwin, has it? I
think the attempted clearance has hit Kedwin Scott and gone in.
Well, the reaction of Lee Cattermole before it happened, his hands went onto his head when Blackett got down to the dead ball line. He knew what was going to come. But it's 1-0 to South Shields here. 15 minutes gone.
Scorer for South Shields, number 19, Kedwin Scott.
It's been given as a Kedwin Scott goal. And we're back underway. Dubois puts the ball up to Boatswain, and Telford comes down. Telford gets the ball from Boatswain. Was he fouled? He was. Free kick. I think that's a tough one, that. I couldn't really see from this angle. Yeah, I think the referee had a better look at it than us. But
he's a lot closer.
Yeah, it's a lot closer. That's
Josh Hannaford sent straight out to warm up after that.
Yeah.
I mean, either Chapman or Ward are going to be a threat here, aren't they?
I think it's going to be Ward here.
It would look to favour the right footer, so I probably would agree.
Just looking at Fenton John here, he's ghosting over to the side now. He's going to go for a Keaton Ward and takes a deflection out for a corner. I just wondered if there was something on there because he was just strolling around, wasn't he? Like no one had seen him.
I would suggest Gateshead have got something planned here because two of them have gone over.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's something they maybe worked on.
Oh, Boatswain's come out deep, hasn't he? So to the edge of the box.
Not a lot in the box, is there?
No. Something worked here. I think this might go to... No? Second guessing ourselves here, Mark.
And they've cancelled it.
Yeah, there we go. In comes the ball. Oh, it's just behind Boatswain and cleared, but Lavery plays it back to Ferguson, who's put a lofted ball over to the far side, and it's just going to bounce out of play.
Two little lads challenging for that ball in the air there, weren't they? I can say that as a member of the vertically challenged party. Chapman and Campbell both going for it. Neither won it. Both fell over.
Uneven bit of pitch, I will put it down to over that side. Campbell. Now they can play the ball forward as Kedwin Scott tries to bring it down. The try list just plays it off Blackett. Ferguson can clear the ball though.
I think it's staying in.
It is. Yeah, it's going to go all the way through to Sheikh, who will keep it in.
Very good young goalkeeper, Jasper Sheikh, signed from Crawley Town. Worked with Rob Elliott when he was there.
Yeah.
Unbelievably confident with the ball at his feet, as you'd expect from a goalkeeper favoured by people like Ian Watson and Mike Williamson. Had a bad injury last year, but looks like he's back to full fitness now.
Well, he's outside his box. He's just received the ball back. It's a very familiar position to see Mike Williamson keep her in as the ball comes through, nodded down by Sonny Finch, and he's done really well. And oh, what a finish! He nodded it down and put it onto his right foot and in at the near post. And Dubois not happy with that, but Sonny Finch made the most of that ball over the top and put it away with style.
As I was saying, was good with his feet, good ball over the top. Caught Gateshead unaware. Sonny Finch, an unbelievable first touch. And when he gets in those positions, 9 times out of 10, he will take a chance. I thought he would go across Dubois, but he's gone near post, clipped the inside of the post and gone in. there's a reason why South Shields wanted to bring Sonny Finch in on a permanent basis, and they've gone and done it midway through or towards the end of last season, I should say. It's things like
March,
that,
wasn't it, when they signed him?
Yeah, and he will be a massive, massive player for them this season.
Well, Gateshead find them 2 goals down on 19 minutes. And Sonny Finch with a fantastic finish. As Tyrell Newton just fouls one of the South Shields players on the far side. Goes back to Sheikh. Sheikh plays it across to Sykes. And Sykes can play it inside. Onane has the ball. Gets it to Kedwin Scott, who turns inside, gives himself space. That was good. That gets it to Campbell. Campbell looks up. He has the man on the far side in Kelly. And just seeing South Shields play a bit more free-flowing football at the moment. Got their tails up. As Sykes has it, halfway inside the Gateshead half. Out to Sonny Finch, and just too much on it. And out it goes for a throw-in to Gateshead.
South Shields doing what Newcastle United couldn't. Just score twice against Gateshead.
Well, technically, they couldn't score once, Mark. But
yeah, true. Very good point.
But
very good point.
As Eddie Howe said, his players were fatigued, so no, I need it. So I just someone asking for a team sheet. I was like, yes, but we need it. As the ball, Dubois comes out his area. Oh, he has as well and clears the ball out. He had to win the second touch because his first touch was a bit heavy. Well, Lee Cattermole will want to see a reaction from his players here, I think.
He will, and he's got a lot to think about. But you'd rather this happen now than day one of the season.
Without a doubt.
But it hasn't been good enough defensively. I think Gateshead took a lot of credit for the performance against Newcastle defensively on Saturday, but tonight they've been found out a little bit. Just a little bit all over the place. I think
well, as I say, it was very regimented, wasn't it? There wasn't as much attacking movement from Gateshead. Today they've done that, but it's left holes, hasn't it, so far? But Lavery to Fenton John, who turns, holds the ball up well. Was he pulled? He was. Free kick. Dodds just with a hand on the shoulder.
A little bit of a switch by the looks of it. I think Telford gone over the right-hand side, Tyrell Newton to the left of that front three.
Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it? Oh, there's Boatswain tangled with Sykes there, but it's been brought down. Newton needs an option. Gateshead just very compact in midfield there at the moment. There wasn't much option to get that ball moving apart from backwards, but they're still in possession. Trialist, who's playing at the left-hand side of the back three, gets the ball back from Ferguson. Newton to Chapman. Chapman looked for a runner through the centre, but Botswain had shown deep.
But he had in Telford started a run that he then stopped.
Yeah.
Which isn't helpful.
Well, South Shields very much in control and just passing this one around the back at the moment. They've slowed it down to their pace, deservedly so. Sykes inside to Kedwin Scott, who puts it out to Sonny Finch. Sonny Finch holds the ball up, but Chapman can nick in and pinch it. Josh Holm needs options. South Shields doing very well to compact the midfield and stop any options for Gateshead to get that ball moving forward, and they've lost it on the far side. Kelly, can he get across into the box? Gives it to Campbell. Campbell looks up. He crosses it in towards Kedwin Scott, the back post, and well, he didn't get any connection with it just as well from a Gateshead point of view, because I think that would have been destined for the back net if he had got a touch.
Yeah, good run from Kedwin. Great ball in as well from that left-hand side. Adam Campbell, we're used to seeing him cutting in and having a shot from there, aren't we?
Yeah, but being a team player there. Goal kick to Gateshead. Some of the Gateshead subs are going through a bit more of a warm-up here, more stretches. I'd be surprised if we've seen a change before half-time, but Boatswain wrestling. Done very well there. Gateshead can get this ball moving now with Keaton Ward. Gets it to Fenton John. Josh Hulme back to Fenton John. Ferguson in the centre circle. Plays it across to this left-hand side to the trialist. Tyrell Newton. Gets the ball, turns and brings out this left-hand side, but I mentioned about Gateshead's regimented shape on Saturday. South Shields, just 2 lines of claret and blue shirts. Hard to break down for Gateshead at the moment. As Keaton Ward gives it to Lavery. Ferguson in the centre. And Lavery gives it back to Ferguson. They're looking for options in front. Chapman plays a bad ball inside and Blackett just intercepts that one. Kedwin Scott can play it back to Sykes. At the moment, training exercise for the visitors.
Yeah, South Shield's been really good here. You can see a definite improvement from what I witnessed from them against Sunderland's under 21s. What was that, 10 days ago now? You can see the...
Well, Lavery read that one well against Kelly and plays the ball down the lane. He tried to play it off the player, but it stayed in. Campbell has it. Left-hand side, plays it inside. Dodds plays it across to Sykes. It's a nice ball that Sonny Finch shows on this right-hand side. Receives it now. 5 yards from touchline, whips it in. Cleared by the trialist. And that hasn't went out yet. It has now. It's going to be a throw-in to South Shields on our right-hand side. Oh, it's a poor touch. Gateshead, can they capitalise on that? And, well, Dom Telford's got to be stronger there. There should have been a shout.
It's not stronger, it's quicker. He's so long. Great ball.
Nearly got through to Kelly on the far side.
It's just taken far too long to get the touch and then look round. And on he's right on him straight away. Great press from South Shields.
Yeah, I think Gateshead need a gear change here. And someone to stand up in midfield and try and dictate it for Gateshead, but South Shields, I'll have no complaints at the moment. Nice nod down by Boatwain. Oh, nearly got the ball back through, but once again, just need to be that little bit quicker from Dom Telford. South Shields on the ball. Mann plays it into the centre, Dylan Morse, who has his testimonial right around the corner. Fantastic servant.
Andy Carroll's Dagenham and Redbridge at Mariners Park on Saturday.
Oh. I wonder if there's any famous faces in the crowd. Is Sykes.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Sees the run on the far side. Nodded down, and that wasn't offside, that wasn't offside, but it's a free kick to Gateshead. I thought Kelly timed it well there. Well, as I said before, it's pre-season for the officials as well. Dubois' goal kick up towards Boatwain. There's a lot of holding there. Referee having none of it. Dylan Morse standing firm. Lavery on the ball for Gateshead though. Gets it out to Keaton Ward, who's been a little bit quiet, but a ball down the right-hand side and not enough on that. Didn't give Fenton John the best to run onto, and easy for South Shields just to clear up at the back, and they chip the ball forward into space. Kelly brings it down, looks across.
Great ball for Gateshead.
Sonny Finch, lovely touch to get it to Sykes. At the moment, Gateshead still needing that gear change. They bring it forward now. Dodds. Back to Mann, who's just inside the Gateshead half, with 5 yards in. Mann. Played across to Sykes. They're trying to get Gateshead to come out of shape here and chase the ball. There's a lovely ball out to Sonny Finch and back inside there. As Sonny Finch down on the ground, Blackett comes in, gets a touch on it, but Sonny Finch is in some pain at the moment. was coming together as the ball was played, and I think that had been leaking. I think that was a foul. I think it was late because Sonny Finch moved the ball before the tackle come in. But if that wasn't a yellow, I think I was a yellow myself.
I think in a league game it definitely is.
Yeah. I suppose he doesn't want to get into the habit of everything. But then again,
Too much paperwork.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
He's up. He's all right though, Sonny Finch. He's feeling it a little bit, but looks like he's moving okay, doesn't it? Pardon me. As Ferguson receives the ball, plays it out to the trialist. We're on the halfway line mark, and just looking through that midfield, you've got Josh Holmes sitting in front of the defence, and then you've got the other attacking midfield, as you would say. Just there's a line of 3 South Shields players in between. There's nothing going to get through there unless you go over the top like they have here, as Keaton Ward is never going to get to that. And yeah, there's someone in midfield's got to...
I think there's maybe a need to put Keaton Ward more central.
Yeah.
Understand why he's playing where he is, but and obviously it's only pre-season, but working towards day 1. But I think Keaton Ward, we saw second half of last season, when he's in the middle, he really causes issues. Always a threat going forwards.
I think you would add in that aerial threat as well, because Tyrell, Dom Telford, Fenton John, and Josh Holm, they're not 6-footers, are they? Keaton Ward's got a little bit more height in him. But as I say, sometimes you need, there's still 60 minutes left, but sometimes you need things to go wrong in pre-season to identify them, don't you? And you'll learn more from his players. Lee Catmull today is a ball over the top for Sonny Finch.
Offside.
And I thought he was, but he's got the ball down at the dead ball line, pulls it across. Good defending there from the trialist, puts it out of play for a corner. I thought he was about 3 or 4 yards off there. Something's in the offering here. There's a hand signal going up from the corner taker. And Caden Kelly. In it comes, goes towards the penalty spot and comes off the top of, I think it was Dylan Morse. Still in play though. Out on the left hand side, Sykes plays it down and Fenton John pokes it out of play for a throw on the far side. .32 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, South Shields 2 at the moment. Kedwin Scott and Sonny Finch with the goals. Sonny Finch, the real eye-catching goal. But Adam Campbell sees the run of Kedwin Scott, but the trialist just nods it down for Gateshead. And Chapman, he's under pressure, and South Shields have won the ball back. Kelly does really well. He's out here on this right-hand side, plays it into Campbell. Campbell tries to play it back. Gateshead do win possession, and Chapman can clear his line down there. And Ash Botswain,
got to be stronger.
He's got to play it to the whistle and not look at the referee. That's about 3 or 4 times now he's looked for it.
Dylan Morse was just too clever for him.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he's... Well, Mann brings it forward just on the halfway line. He's going to play it back to Dylan Morse. Dylan Morse back to Sheikh, who's 10 yards outside his box. Dylan Morse plays it back to Sheikh. The ball pumped over the top, looking for Kelly. Oh, sorry, it isn't Kelly, it's Sonny Finch. Sonny Finch and Kelly have switched flanks halfway through the first half. Keaton Ward with the long throw. Boatswain nodded it down. Fenton John wins it back, but runs into a claret and blue shirt, and that seems to have been the the lasting impression of this first half so far. That there's been 2 claret and blue shirts to every black and white in midfield, and they've moved the ball with ease. Mann plays the ball through for Sonny Finch on the far side. He's got in front of the defence. He's going to pull it back across, and it goes behind for a corner. And Gateshead just caught flat-footed there. Well, that was a great run and a great ball through to Sonny Finch.
Everything is coming down Gateshead's right, South Shields left. Keegan Kelly running amok down there, but it's the quality of the pass in behind. It's such a clever pass that the weight of it and everything just for him to run onto. Probably should do a little bit better once he gets in left-hand side of the area, but South Shields absolutely dictating this game at the moment, and
I think this one's
one's
going to come down on top of the goalkeeper here. There's all the players are in probably 5 foot of space as the ball comes in. Oh, it's went in direct from the corner, and there you go. Keeper was boxed in, and well, reminiscent of Kenny Lowe back in the late 90s, scoring from a corner, and 3-0 to South Shields on 35 minutes.
Yeah, Adam Dubois just getting under that. Plenty of...
Who was it that took the corner, by the way? Was it...
Yeah, it was Caden Kelly, former Sunderland youngster. Brilliant corner, to be fair, even if it didn't go in, he's got plenty of whip on it.
He has. Well, you could see it was going to come down on top of the goalkeeper, and that was quite...
The scorer of South Shields
quite the finish.
is number 21, Caden Kelly.
Well, Gateshead back underway.
The result of the 50-50 draw, the winning ticket.
Thomas Lavery puts it out to Keaton Ward, who, let's say, on that right-hand side, back to Lavery, and Lavery's just going to... He's looking for options. There isn't many. Keaton Ward has it. Back to Lavery. Lavery puts it over the top, and Botswain, well, at the moment, just things on firing for Gateshead. And you've got to put that down to the hard work of South Shields. Ball comes off Fenton John for another throw-in. This time taken quickly. Dylan Morse plays the ball over to Sykes. Sykes to Kedwin Scott. And Mann just looking for options. We've got about 9 minutes remaining in the first half. If you just joined us, Gateshead 0, South Shields 3. 2 real eye-catching goals as Kedwin Scott, the scorer of the first, trips. Well, nope, must have been caught by Tyrell Newton. Dylan Morse plays it across to Mann. Campbell dropping deep to get involved, turns, he's looking for space. And it's seen Sonny Finch, but Sonny Finch just didn't read the ball. Now it goes for a throw. Chapman. Gives the ball to the trialist, who looks to get this ball moving. That's a suicide ball. And, well, Gateshead have dealt with it, but passing it to a player with 3 players around him, it's not going to do you much good. But at the moment, Gateshead trying to break now as Tyrell Newton gets past one man. Twists and turns, still goes past another, but he's overplayed it in front of him and cleared by Dylan Morse. Botswain brings it down. Fenton John turns, takes it forward. He's still going Fenton John, and, well, wins a free kick here.
Sadly, that little 30-second period there is the best part of the game for Gateshead, and they haven't really done much. I mean, a lot of the credit should go to South Shields because they have absolutely dictated the game defensively and in the attacking front as well. And Gateshead just can't get going because of the hard work, because of the discipline.
Ball through the centre, and it's been cleared out. Tyrell Newton. Just been too many players for Gateshead, just not at the races today. And little flicks like that will do you no favours either.
It's definitely not the time for that. And see what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
You know that the 50-50 draw has been claimed.
As the ball goes back to Sheikh, nice. Let the ball do the work. Gateshead chasing the shadows. Ball out to the far side. Kelly. Blackett's asking for it early. Just had to adjust his run, but Kelly still has it on the far side. Ball comes in. It's cleared by the trialist. Just didn't read the ball coming there. Tyrell Newton. It hasn't been cleared yet by Gateshead, and running on the edge of the box. It's done well. Can they pull the trigger? Kelly, edge of the box, goes for a curling shot. Saved by Dubois. Sonny Finch picks up the loose ball on his right-hand side, plays it back. It was a little bit heavy there, but Sykes can easily lay that off, and Mann can just slowly take his time, play it back to Sykes. Over to the far side, Dylan Morse finds himself over there. There's a bit of a fluid motion from South Shields.
It's the thing with how South Shields play, so the defenders will all be comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
So Ethan Mann and Dylan Morse won't be scared of taking the ball out of defence and carrying it in traffic in midfield.
Sonny Finch and Paul Blackett just on their toes, on the line, and dropping deep and getting involved there. Blackett, he's flicked it on for Kedwin Scott, but Ferguson does well. Cleared though by Lavery, and Mann calmly just nods it down to Sykes. And we've got just over 5 minutes left of the first half. If you're just joining us, Gateshead 0, South Shields 3. Former Gateshead player Adam Campbell on the ball at the moment. Plays the ball back to Morse, who plays it across the defence. Over the top, looking for Sonny Finch. Chapman left on the ground, but the trialist does manage to clear up and get the ball moving. But the passing from Gateshead has been subpar so far.
I think you're being very, very, very generous there, Dave.
Yeah.
There are words we can't use. They just haven't used the ball well enough, to be honest, when they've got possession.
No, you've got to commend South Shields. I didn't expect anything less from a Mike Williamson side. Every blade of grass is utilised, and at the moment, they've won the midfield battle in this first half.
I think, again, it would be generous to call it a battle.
Yeah.
I think Gateshead have got an unbelievable midfield. I think Fenton John and Josh Holm are two massive, massive talents, but at times South Shields have kind of played around them. When you look at, who they're up against, really, it is, as a midfielder, it's only Toby on an eye, because you've got Adam Campbell and Kedwin Scott playing
deeper roles,
almost a little bit deeper than a striker. So
Blackett whips one into this far side as Sonny Finch brings the ball down. He's up against Chapman. He puts it in towards the near post, cleared by the trialist, and that will go out for a throw-in on our right-hand side.
I actually think, even though he's not a midfielder, I think they're missing the movement and the energy of Luke Suppick. I think he would probably be playing the role where Dom Telford is, and I just don't think Dom is giving you what Luke has.
Yeah, the link-up hasn't been there, has it? Also, as well, I think Keaton Ward is probably another 2-3 games away from being fully fit as well. His pre-season has been a little bit more delayed than the rest of the lads.
Yeah,
he's just a little bit flat-footed today, but
I think the position hasn't helped.
No,
I think with him being sort of right side of a midfield almost, or as a wing back, I think
I personally would like to see Tyrell out there if you weren't going to make a change. I think that he's got the energy and the pace on that side to do it. But that's why we're on the microphone and not in the dugout, as Blackett does well. Feeds the ball through to Kedwin Scott. Lovely tackle though. But there is, Campbell.
It's offside anyway.
Yeah, offside goes up, and looked like another former Gateshead player was going to score there. But that was a lovely ball through by Blackett.
But again, Gateshead 6s and 7s at the back there a bit.
Yep. Well, there is experience on the bench, and you'd hazard a guess that we might see the likes of Anna Fawozi, Jack Robinson, Supik come on in the second half, and Billy Chadwick. There was another player that, we mentioned Supik is a player that keeps the ball moving, as Keaton Ward volleyed that in, but Dom Telford gets it in midfield. Fenton John gives it to Chapman, and Harry Chapman can thread it through. Offside flag goes up, and Dom Telford Unfortunately, the flag had already went up.
Yeah, definitely offside. South Shields holding a good line there. And Jasper Sheikh off his line quickly to block the shot. Not that it would have counted.
Well, Dodds plays it back to Mann. Blackett finds himself out on the left wing there. Played across to Dylan Morse.
I think possibly the biggest surprise is that Blackett isn't one of the goal scorers.
Yeah, it's
It's too easy.
Trilist there got himself out of play,
What a ball
and the
that
ball's
is, by
come
the way.
forward from Kedwin Scott to Paul Blackett, who's on the outside of the box. Didn't pull the trigger, brings Kedwin Scott back into play, the right-hand side of the box, pulls it across, hit it into the ground, deflected, and Gateshead can bring it away through Tyrell Newton, who was wrestled to the ground. Good defending. I mean, I know he's got the foul, but Tyre up the pitch, he didn't let him get past, did he?
Yeah, I think we've just seen the pass of the game from Kedwin Scott, though, releasing
It's lovely.
Paul Blackett in behind.
Well, Ferguson gives it to Lavery. 30 seconds left of the first half. Don't think we'll see anything added on. You don't in these pre-season games. Not often rubbing your head like you're on a league game wondering where 7 minutes has come from, but ball comes to the trialist, Chapman. Chapman makes space for himself and comes down this left-hand side, tries to cut in, blocked, but Tyrell Newton wins the ball and the ball comes off, and there is the half-time whistle. And Lee Cattermole has some decisions to make and probably some criticisms to make as well at half-time.
Certainly some criticisms. Yeah, just not really good enough from Gateshead. I mean, defensively in particular, just got cut open too many times there. South Shields have been brilliant first off. Such a good performance from them across the whole side. I mean, from goalkeeper to striker, have been at it from minute one. Deserve the lead as well. And I think the big worry for Gateshead is just how easily they're being carved open. You look at the balls in behind. You look at the way that South Shields forwards have moved across the front three. So yeah, major improvements needed.
Certainly as well. We're going to go quiet for about 10 minutes. We'll be back ready for the second half. So as I say, please do join us. Hit like and subscribe as well. We'd love to hear from you. And as I say, we always do appreciate your messages as well. Send them in. And we will be back very soon.
Support Society holding a talking featuring Lee Cattermole, Ben Clark and Mark Smith.
Well, on that note, we are back for the second half. There is a few changes, aplenty, for both sides. Actually, I might be talking rubbish here. I don't think there is many changes to start off with just yet. Number 6 is on, which I believe is Lashabella.
It is Lashabella.
I'm trying to see if there is any other changes. Gateshead doesn't look like there is, does there, at the moment? Pardon me. Summer cough.
There is also Sean McGurk is on.
So Sean McGurk, which number is he? Just because we haven't
He's
got it on the team sheet.
11, I believe, just
11.
near us
Oh,
here.
yes.
Very, very.
So he must have come on for
very,
Caden Kelly.
Very talented player.
Or is Caden Kelly on the other side?
Nope, that's Kerwin Scott.
Further back on the other side.
Sonny Finch.
Sonny Finch, there we go. A lot of these players I'm seeing for the first time.
Yeah, it's basically like for likes. McGurk will play left-hand side. And Lashabella will just fit a midfield where on he was.
It'll be interesting to see the reaction here as Keaton Ward goes in for the aerial battle. Gets flicked as appeals for handball as Fenton John. Ball goes out of play. Ball quickly played up towards Blackett. Ferguson can play it all the way back to Dubois.
I think for Gateshead second half, it's really, well, firstly, it's a case of improving, obviously, in the most obvious statement ever made. But I think it's more just cutting out the errors they were making first half and trying to find...
a ball through, just a little bit too close to the edge of the box for the goalkeeper.
Trying to find a way of opening up South Shields. And
they need to probe, don't they?
Yeah.
They weren't asking any questions of the defence at all.
I'm just not sure... I'm not sure Telford is the person who can do that. I think... I know it's only pre-season, but you know, you look at what I mentioned at first half. Luke Sutwick gives you. You know, Telford I think prefers playing as a 9, and he's not really doing that here.
No.
And Sutwick playing in behind both twins probably the way it'll go.
Nice ball on the far side as
Oh.
Chapman takes it into the box, left-hand side, still going. Can he pull it across? Oh, he goes for the audacious one across goal. Very tight angle. Had to be a good finish for that, and
Well,
unfortunately.
we said they needed to open up South Shields, and they've done it in the first 5 minutes. So
Well, first of all, we're seeing both wing backs in Keaton Ward and Chapman getting further forward, getting more involved, and yeah, if that's the way the second half continues, it'll be a lot better for Gateshead.
Josh Anaforsi straight out to warm up.
Yeah. Ball across here. As Dubois comes out, shows his footwork and up towards Spotswain, but he's offside, and ball nodded across the man. Lashaby.
Unbelievable first touch, by the way.
That was.
See there again, just passing through South Shields there, just passing through Gateshead's midfield. Just a little bit too easy, that.
I know you've mentioned Supik as a possible one to come on to help try and change things up, but Billy Chadwick as well, another player that can hold the ball up a little bit more higher up the pitch.
I just love watching, when you watch Adam Campbell, he spots just little pockets of space where he can drop in. He's just done it there. And it just opens up the game a little bit for South Shields. I think he's going to be massive for them this season.
Yeah. And I think, you know, obviously when he was at Hartlepool for 2 seasons, I don't think they utilised him in that role. I think they tried to have him as
it just didn't work.
a fast number 9, you know. And
It just didn't work. Sometimes it happens.
Cross into the box, and there's Campbell, gets a shot away into the legs of the defenders. Still not underway, and there's Blackett to poke it home. And Gateshead not clearing their lines. And to make it 4-0 on 59 minutes here at Gateshead International Stadium. Former Gateshead striker Paul Blackett putting the ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, just another defensive error, poor clearance, seized upon by South Shields, and you can't give players like Campbell and Blackett and Kedwin Scott opportunities to open you up like that. Again,
Well,
just not good enough.
The sub bench are all up now, going to get. I think we're going to see changes pretty quick. Yeah, Lucas Lowry's up as well.
Just imagine what South Shields would have done at Newcastle.
Oh, yeah. doesn't resemble the same team at times, does it?
It doesn't, and that's the most disappointing aspect of it. The fact that we're so disciplined and organised on Saturday against Newcastle, the fact they've been nowhere near those levels, that's far too far.
There's a ball forward and it's going to go all the way through to Sheikh, but you know, sometimes you can go undefeated in pre-season and get into the start of the season, and you look so far off the boil because you've never been tested, you've never had those questions to ask, and I'm sure Lee Cattermole will go back over this game numerous times with his coaches and identify where we were sloppy.
See, there's another one, a classic example, just giving the ball away so easy.
McGurk puts it in there, trying to put it to the outside of the boot, but Dubois could get to it, and that's a poor one from Dubois. The communication just isn't there at the moment. Ben Clark signals the subs to come down, to come on, and Supik and Billy Chadwick. There's a few going to come on here, the try list. So we're going to see at least 4 changes here, I believe. As Gateshead look to try and get back some respectability here. McGurk plays it inside. Dodds. It's just more movement from South Shields at the moment. Players are finding those pockets of space, and Telford does pick up the loose ball, chips it over the top, and that's well done by Mann. Just controlled it well. Just took the sting out of that attack, didn't he, with the bring down as the ball crosses the far side, and Sonny Finch gives it to Lashabella.
And a Forsey coming on as well, I think.
Yeah.
See, look at that. That's just too easy. Ethan Mann's carried the ball out of defence, and he's just strolled past 3 players.
I mean, the sad thing is that the covering defensive tackle had to come from Botswain, next to 2 midfielders. Ball goes back to Dubois. Lavery. Fenton John. Back to Lavery. Ferguson in the centre. Billy Chadwick bouncing up and down on the touchlines, ready to come in. Supik as well, stripped and ready for action. And the ball summed up Telford's night, unfortunately. Didn't go with him. South Shields can just pass it around the back here, stroking it around the pitch as Dodds just controls the ball against Telford, lays it back, and Gates are chasing shadows at the moment.
Pete Jameson possibly coming on. I think had a loan spell at South Shields a while back.
Brought down by McGurk on this left-hand side, inside to Campbell. Campbell just lets it roll and intercepted by Fenton John, and now Keaton Ward plays it back to Dubois. Dubois up towards Boatswain, but just over the top there, and they can just pass it back, and that's giving Sheikh something to deal with there. Gateshead waiting for the ball to go out of play to bring on, there's 5, 6 substitutes here. So it's going to be all change now. There's Anna Fawozi, Supik, try list, and Billy Chadwick are all on there. Lovely to see Robbie Tinkler, former Gateshead captain, of course. South Shields now.
Picked up a little injury, that's why he's not in the side.
One of football's nice guys, Robbie Tinkler. Got a lot of time for him, of course. Gateshead legend, FA Trophy winner. National League North winner. Well, we're seeing Lavery and the try list coming off, Dom Telford and Keaton Ward coming off. And Tyrell Newton. So what will these changes bring to Gateshead? Jack Robinson's on as well.
Try list B, number 6. Number 11, Josh Anafarosi. Number 17, Jack Robinson.
Ball comes to Ferguson in the centre. The try list just changes his body and brings the ball forward. Looks a big figure, doesn't he?
Changes his body.
changed his arc of his run of his body.
Can you do that?
Yeah, it's shape shifting. I've been watching Skinwalker Ranch as brought down by Chapman. Chapman with a nice ball to see Anna Fawozi, but Dodds more than capable of clearing that. Back to Dodds from McGurk. Some nice passing from South Shields as Campbell gets it out to McGurk on the left-hand side. Gets past his man. Campbell, McGurk plays it through and Ferguson can intercept and the trialist can play that all the way back to...
You get the feeling South Shields are enjoying playing on such a big pitch.
Yeah. Well, Robinson gets it forward to Chapman. Ball forward, a little bit blind, but Supik nearly won it, and it's a late one from Fenton John, and they've played on as Blacker goes for the shot outside of the boot, didn't get the power, and the referee pulling that on. If that had been a league game, that would have been a yellow card, I think, once the ball had went out or stopped play.
Kedwin Scott and Fenton John just having a few words with each other there.
It was a late one, wasn't it? There's a ball over the top for Anna Fawozi, chasing down. Dodds is there. Anna Fawozi just got out-muscled a little bit by Dodds, and Dodds puts it out of touch. No nonsense. Well, through a level with the corner of the box on this right-hand side of the pitch. 56 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, South Shields 4. Anna Fawozi gives the ball to the trialist. Back to Ferguson in the centre of defence, who takes a touch and spreads it across to Josh Home. Billy Chatwick. Well, will the change in personnel change Gateshead's fortunes as the trialist puts it out to Anna Fawozi on this right-hand side? Fenton John back to the trialist. Fenton John, good pressure from Campbell. Forcing Gateshead all the way back to Dubois. The trialist number 6 holding the ball up, played it down. It took a deflection inside. McGurk's went down injured there. He looks in some pain. Don't know if he's twisted his ankle, but Kedwin Scott tried to lay it off, and McGurk is still down on his knees at the moment. He's up. A stinging one, that.
I think it was just clashing knees.
Yeah. South Shields still in possession. Dodds. And that should be across the man. Man to Campbell. McGurk still feeling it, but he's got the ball, plays it into Dodds. Dylan Morse. Kedwin Scott played the ball out, and that goes out of play. Chapman, crossfield ball looking for Anna Fawozi. Dodds is coming across, and so is Sheikh. Has to get there, and he does. Good goalkeeping, read it really well.
Yeah, good start position from Jasper Sheikh. Read that ball really well. Straight out and dealt with the situation. Excellent goalkeeping.
Ball chipped over by Robinson. Chapman gets it back to Chadwick. And Chadwick can try and drive with the ball now. Plays it through and didn't get it to Supik. There's ball played forward. Nice touch from Blackett. Gets himself into space. Gets it back to help him defend, but Campbell, he nearly got it back to Blackett. Finch, rightly so, didn't move or he would have been off. Dodds puts it out to McGurk, who seems to be moving a bit better now. Campbell back to McGurk, and there's the run of Dodds. It was too easy to be through Dodds, and at the moment Dodds just up against the trialist defender. Back to McGurk. McGurk hits one off Anna Fawozi, but it's curled away. Headed clear, running as far as Dodds. Dodds gets it under control. He's on the edge of the box. Gateshead absolutely pegged right back into their own box here.
Jack Rose coming on, I think.
Yep, former Gateshead loanee.
Got a feeling the linesman on the near side may have an injury.
Yeah, he's just seen that. He's just holding the back of his calf there, isn't he? A thigh even.
Hamstring.
Ball out to Chapman. And, well, Chapman kept the ball in for Sonny Finch, and Sonny Finch can lay it off to Kedwin Scott. Back inside.
Oh,
great tackle. And now Supik, who's dropped deep to get involved. That tells you everything. He's had to come all the way down close to his own box to get a touch of the ball.
South Shields' latest signing coming on as well.
Just signed on loan from Stoke for the season, I believe.
Half season.
Half
Still
season,
January,
sorry.
yeah. Initially, Chinonso Chibueze. Callum Bone coming on for Gateshead by the look of it, just been shouted back by Ben Clark.
Yeah. I would hazard a guess it might be for.
Fenton, John and Josh Home possibly.
Yeah. Ball over the top. The defence of Gateshead as Robinson gets the ball from Ferguson. Chapman is out to gets it back now. Billy Chadwick can drive with the ball. And Anafozi has got his arm up wanting the ball. The ball's come through to Supik. He's finished it and he pulls one back for Gateshead. There's a little bit of a deflection on the pass through, but Supik still read the ball and put it into the back of the net. It's Gateshead 1, South Shields 4.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate how it got to him, but never really looked at missing, did he?
No.
He's had a great start to his Gateshead career, whether a trialist or as a permanent member of the squad, and took that really confidently, which, you know, it's the first positive in the game. And
it took 60 minutes to happen.
Well, yeah.
Well, we're going to see Adam Campbell leaving the pitch. I hope he gets a good round of applause here. Jack Rolls comes on. Adam Campbell. There we go. Well, Keaton Ward heavily strapped up on that calf there with some ice. So it didn't look like he was moving that great throughout the game.
Chapman coming off for Bone.
Yeah. I think we want to see Chadwick go out to that left-hand side. Tell a lie. Bowen's going out there, but nice to see Aaron Campbell get a nice round of applause from the Gateshead fans.
Number 8, Harry Chapman, to be replaced by number 21, Callum Bowen. And substitutes for South Shields coming on is number 22, Chinonso Chibueze. And number 10,
Bill
Jack Rowe.
Dodds puts it across the far side. Out of the now Shields can they cross this one in? Good block by Callum Bowen. Bowen gets the ball back from Chadwick. Robinson. Ball forward, bounces through, but I don't know who number 10 is, Mark. For South Shields.
I've got to be honest, I wasn't watching. Sorry, I'd switched off. Where is he?
He's on the far side. But at the moment, South Shields on the ball. It's back to Shake.
No, he's in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle.
Jack Rolls.
Oh, it's Jack Rolls, yeah.
But McGurk switched over to the right-hand side with Chibueze coming on the left. It's a great ball.
Great run from on the far side. Can he get there and keep it in? Oh, great stuff from Callum Bowen. Stuck with him, wins the ball and lays it off. Comes back to Robinson. Robinson puts it over the top and Botswain, unfortunately, can't keep it in. Goes out for a throw, quickly taken. Chapman gets a round of applause from the Tiny Wheel stand as he goes down the tunnel. Dodds. Supik chasing the ball down. It goes all the way back to Shake.
So you kind of already seen what I was saying before about the energy that Supik gives you and a bit more intensity in that.
Yeah. Just a closing down, change the button. South Shields on the attack here. Dodds and Super comes back and great stuff. Didn't manage to win the ball, but he's disrupted a bit. And a free kick hasn't been given. Oh, lovely feet from Anna Fawozi. Boatswain needs to hold it up. Foul from behind. And Dylan Morse doing what Dylan Morse does. And free kick's just inside Gateshead's own half. Robinson gives the ball to Callum Bowen up against McGurk. Callum Bowen, bit of trickery. Can he get past his man? He can't.
Never looked like he would.
Nah. South Shields.
It's great defending, to be fair, from McGurk. Just stood there and let him do the step overs. Didn't commit to a side and just let it go.
South Shields bring the ball forward. Rules, plays it through the centre. Robinson just fouls Kedwin Scott. But Mark, I mean, the front three that start the game on Saturday are on now, you know, and they have managed to pull one back, and it does look a busier front three, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just brought a little bit more energy, and I think to Supik and Chadwick's credit, they've kind of got a bit closer to Ash Boatswain. So when the ball does go into him, it's it's not as much of a battle to hold the ball up. He's not having to do it for as long. But I will say, I think Dylan Morse and Ethan Mann have dealt with Boatswain brilliantly. I think it has been physical. There has been a lot of the dark arts going on, but they have done it very well and kind of nullified him. I think it has shown as well that there is maybe a need for another striker to come in, not necessarily to take Boatswain's players, but certainly to compete.
Yeah, and in the big man department, it just seems to be him, really, doesn't it, on that front. But Dodds lofts the ball over at the far side. If Callum Boone intercepted well, can he keep the ball in? He can. It just bounces out. Oh, comes off.
Done well on the left-hand side, hasn't he? Bonson's come on, looked industrious and reading the game well.
It was a free kick that was given, actually. It's been taken. Trialist, number 6. Brings the ball forward. Plays it out to Anna Fawozi. Anna Fawozi just nice little pass inside to Supik and back for Anna Fawozi, but Dodds just managed to get it. But Anna Fawozi wins the ball back. He's got Supik just next to him. Lovely
Great
footwork. He's still going Anna Fawozi. Oh, into the side net. And, well,
got to go across goal.
Yeah.
He's got to go across the keeper there. That's brilliant from Josh Anfawosi, though, but he's gone trying to beat Check at his near post. I think he's got to go across the goalkeeper.
First time in pre-season we've seen the sharp feet, isn't it, from Anna Fawozi. Certainly has the talent to unlock defences. 68 minutes we're into now. Gateshead 1, South Shields 4. Well, just seeing the game open up a little bit here. A lot more movement and pressing from Gateshead, and South Shields trying to move the ball fast here as Jack Rules gets onto it, and Callum Bowen just makes him get in front of him. But well, that should be.
The one thing I will say is, you're right. I mean, Gateshead are up in the tempo. They are trying to press South Shields, but what South Shields are brilliant at, and they have players that do it brilliantly, is they will punish you for opening up space.
Yeah.
So yes, Gateshead are pushing forward, but you can see
there's still a danger, isn't there?
Oh, massively. It's a free kick.
Let's give the free kick there as Anna Fawozi.
You look at Kedwin Scott dropping deeper. You look at Rose where he's playing. You look at Black getting him behind the two wingers now. There's so much space for them to operate in, which means it becomes dangerous. I mean, look, it is a pre-season game.
Yeah.
Gateshead won't be able to do this too much in the league season. But there's no harm doing it now because there's nothing on the game really. It looks to me like Jack Rose might have a go.
Yeah.
He's a long way out, but the way he's lining that up.
I mean, there is a slight breeze, but I don't think anything that would disrupt the flight of a ball.
One of the big things South Shields have done. I'll wait until after this.
Jack Rose stands over the ball. He plays it off. Ball across there. It's been trying to be worked, but
what I was going to say is one of the little criticisms of South Shields last year, and what I will say, they had a fantastic season. You know, going from finishing 17th, 16th, whatever it was the season before, to finishing second, just missing out on the title. But I think one of the criticisms was they weren't physical enough.
Yeah.
They weren't a big enough side. Now, yes, they brought in players like Adam Campbell, but they've also gone in and brought in some big physical players in midfield. You know, Leshabella's like that.
Yeah.
And Onai's like that. So they've kind of beefed up a little bit, which they needed, because in the playoff final, they got overpowered by Kidderminster Harriers, no doubt about it. But they seem to have gone some way to rectifying that issue.
Yeah. Well, at the minute, we're at the 70th minute. Gateshead 1, South Shields 4. If you're just joining us. But yeah, it's, as I say, Mike Williamson picking up where Ian Watson and Carl Magnier left off. He's been able to bring in his players to add to it. There's now Anafawozi.
Free kick.
Yeah.
Took a man before the ball. He did get a touch, but he took a man first.
Yeah, just a little bit. So looks like a real live wire, doesn't he?
I mean, South Shields have got some serious attacking threat, by the way. You know, the players who've been on already, and then you look at the other options. That's
Blacker through the centre. Ferguson sticking to him like glue. Chabizi puts one in deep towards the far side. The man come in. I don't think he was expecting to get there himself, Sonny Finch.
That's a big let-off. I think it's McGurk.
Was it McGurk? Oh, yeah, Finch went off, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the options that they've got, and you look at the players who they brought on as well. I mean, there's so much attacking in the arsenal there for Mike Williamson. And another one possibly coming on now. Sam Ashford, former walking striker. I'd imagine he'll come on for possibly Blackett or Scott.
Well, ball pumped forward. Chadwick run through, but Sheikh was quickly off his line. Great goalkeeping. Great goalkeeping. Rolls gets it under control. McGurk under pressure from Robinson. Robinson comes away with it.
A good pre-season, Robinson. I think he needs it.
Of course, he's been hampered with injury over the last few years and seems to be. And Fenton John has, I think, might have lashed out at Kedwin Scott. Kedwin Scott's rolling on the ground. That's what I'm guessing. There has been niggles between the two. But
Kedwin will be fine.
Certainly will be. Well,
if the referee's got any sense, he'll book both of them and leave it at that.
Yeah, yellow card. Yes, and here comes the yellow card for Kedwin Scott as well, I think. Yes. A little bit of silliness there. That's a free kick to Gateshead. I don't think the referee really knew what that is. What's been. If that was a league game, that would have been a yellow card for kicking the ball away. Well, maybe we might see Kedwin Scott leave the pitch now. South Shields are lining up some substitutions, but it will not happen until after this set piece. Robinson lofts one in, comes over to Anafawozi, but the ball was red and South Shields can bring the ball forward. There's the trialist. That's a harsh one, that. This was, I think, had his arm round him. And that could be the end of Kedwin Scott's night, I think it might be. Still talking to the referee, Kedwin Scott.
Right, 20 Sam Ashford.
Yep.
And 3 and 30 are Academy products. 30's Owen Jordan.
Well,
I've just remembered.
Owen Jordan. Well, there we go. It is going to be Dylan Morse and Paul Blackett coming off. I don't know who the third player is. The third player looks like it's going to be Mann. Ethan Mann.
Ethan Mann's still on.
Oh no, is it?
It's Dan Dodds.
Dan Dodds.
Substitutions for South Shields going on.
I forgot to tell you, we've got to pick man of the match as well.
Number 30.
I assume you mean a Gateshead one.
Yeah. Supik. battling. And Man plays it forward. And
Do you know what? He didn't need to do that because the ball had been lost.
Well, overzealousness, shall we say. It's a free kick.
Kedwin Scott is still having a go at Fenton John. By the way, that's a long way from over that little ball.
Yeah. That goes back to the goalkeeper, Sheikh, edge of his box. Rolls, puts it out to the far side. We've got 15 minutes remaining of this game. Jack Rolls plays it all the way back to Sheikh. Rolls sitting deep, puts the ball out to the far side, and now forward. And Ashford just couldn't get to the ball there. It was a good tackle from off the ball there. Robinson's up. Headed on by the trailers. It's been picked up in midfield though by South Shields and just moved the ball. Played into the centre. Can that be intercepted? Oh, just got there. Oh, that's a good tackle from Ferguson. Gateshead had to win it, but Gateshead just flat-footed there when the ball was loose in midfield and South Shields come away with it. It's 76 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, South Shields 4. Stark contrast to Saturday afternoon. South Shields pass it around the back. Man. And Gateshead chasing shadows still. Kedwin Scott, if he looks up, holds the ball off as
still little niggles between them.
He's just.
It's both of them, to be fair.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Kedwin Scott on the ball, laid inside, back to Kedwin Scott, twisting and turning. Fenton John sticking to him. Jack Rolls has the ball. And, Callum Boone. Oh. We're still seeing it between them. Fenton John and Kedwin Scott. I'd hope that would calm down, to be honest.
It won't.
Supik just pulls Man's shirt. That's a free kick to South Shields.
I think he's been the best player on the pitch tonight, Ethan Mann. I think he's had a great
game.
Sounds a bit ridiculous saying that when South Shields have scored 4 goals, but just been immense at the back.
Yeah, he's just been a Rolls Royce of a player tonight, hasn't he? Sykes lays it off. Ashford. Sykes on the halfway line. Plays it across the defence. Supik battling. Pressure with the ball. Very good. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Supik still chasing down. But the visitors, with the best part of 11.5 minutes to go, sit very comfortable with a 3-goal cushion. Man. Game's just come to a standstill. Gives it to Jack Rolls. South Shields just spread the play around. Just seeing the game out, as it were. That's not to say they won't launch an attack. Gateshead will have to stay switched on. Or more switched on, should I say. As Gateshead are trying to pressurise, but a little bit too late in the game.
It's opening up space, though. That's what I was saying before.
Callum Bowen pushed in the back, free kick.
Got to be honest, if I was Mike Williamson, I think I'd be tempted now to take Kedwin Scott off.
I think both managers should maybe take the players off. Just a little bit silly. You like to see a bit of passion and drive, but it's pre-season. Anafawozi up against his man, wins a throw-in just in front of the Gateshead dugout.
That was the most foul of foul throws I've ever seen in my life.
That's really need to nip that in the bud going into the season. I think we might see Robert Leach coming on here, who gave a good account of himself on Saturday when he came on.
He did, didn't he? Looked confident on the ball, the young man.
Is it part of the academy set up here at Gateshead? And there you go, that's the right substitution, I think, Fenton John off. And Kedwin Scott off as well.
Substitute for Gateshead, coming on number 22.
Double substitution for the visitors as well.
There's number 20, John.
Not sure who the players are because we haven't got the numbers, but ball goes all the way back to Dubois, who's had a quieter second half. Robinson. Leach gives it back to Robinson. 9 minutes remain. As Trialist brings the ball forward.
Oh, he's unlucky there.
Managed to get back into position. No, the Trialist there. Looks useful. Big number 6. There's ball through the centre, and Ashford's beat the offside trap. Can he get the finish away? He goes straight into Dubois' chest. Not the best finish. Keeper made himself big, but really, you would expect him to score for there. Boatswain holds the ball up, gives it to Supik. Supik plays it off.
Sometimes when a striker goes for on goal, you just get a feeling he's going to score. And when Ashford took his first touch there, what we should say at his defence, it's his first game for South Shields.
Yeah.
He's just making his way back from an injury. But I never felt as if he felt he was going to score there. And what he did was delaying, getting the shot away, give Dubois a chance to narrow the angle. He's come out and just blocked off the shot quite comfortably in the end.
You sometimes tell with body language the way they're running in on goal, can't you? As Botswain goes down, but still a little bit clumsy at the minute. Oh, and a clearance up the pitch as Boatswain brings it down. Bowen passing just not the best there.
He's got to do better there.
Got to get it round. South Shields can just pass it around.
It's a really high line that Gateshead have got at the minute, and just one late running behind, and they could be in a bit of trouble here.
I mean, since the substitutions have made, Gateshead have been marginally better. Of course, got back on the score sheet, but you know, they're going to have to look at this one and dissect it, Mark, and see where they need to improve, whether it's personnel, whether it's shape, concentration.
I think you could.
But that's not taking anything away from the visitors.
No, not at all. But I think you could name a number of factors where South Shields need to improve.
Yeah.
Where Gateshead need to improve. South Shields do have bits to improve as well, as impressive as they've been.
Tried us back to Dubois. He had to come out of his box to hit that one. He's going to get it over towards Callum Bowen. Callum Bowen's going to get there. He brings the ball down.
He's got support.
Plays it inside to Chadwick. Chadwick looks to get inside the box. Oh, just taken away off him there. McGurk did well, covering run. Cleared by Sheikh. It's going to go out to Robinson. Keeps the ball in. Back to the halfway line to Ferguson. Trialist Gets onto the ball. Supik. Josh Home back to the try list. 6 minutes remain. There's now Chadwick. Gives it to Leach. Nice ball from the try list there. Supik continuing his run. Right hand side of the box. He's trying to get. Oh, his shirt was being pulled, but he's done well to win the ball back there, Supik. There's Anna Fawozi at the corner flag trying to muster up something, but Supik gets onto the ball, drives into the box, still going along the dead ball line, tries to pull it back. And unfortunately, just nowhere for him to pass that ball to. Not fully cleared yet by South Shields, but it will be now. Up towards the halfway line and out for a throw to Gateshead, quickly taken.
Yeah, good tenacity there from Luke Sutwick, being a real plus point of this pre-season, hasn't he?
Wow. Well, we need to pick the man of the match, Mark.
Good luck, Dave.
Oh, cheers. Ball goes out of play for a goal kick.
I don't really know. It's difficult. Josh Home, maybe.
I know Ferguson's done all right, but you say something if you're giving the man of the match to central defender in a 4-1 defeat. Oh, Leach intercept. Oh, that's a cynical tackle. And there's another one off the ball as well, but it's free kick, no complaints.
Just wait a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we might have a candidate for man of the match. We will send it over shortly. Looks like, is it Chadwick? It is. He stands over the ball. He gives it the old Johnny Wilkinson step back. I hope he doesn't give it the old Johnny Wilkinson kick over the bar. Oh, I tell you what, wasn't too bad.
Save.
That great save. Definitely got the up and under there. Chadwick, the back heel to Bowen. Bowen was fouled again there. Well, I think it's between Home and Ferguson at the moment. Home? Yeah, we'll go Home. It was a tough one, that. That's probably the hardest man of the match I think we've ever had to pick.
And not for good reason.
Yeah. Oh, Chadwick with another opportunity here. I tell you what, if he hits it the way he did before, he's going to make the goalkeeper work.
There was an argument to say looks up, I could have got it.
I know. It was a shot, and I tell you what, he did hit it well, but behind it goes for a goal kick. Yeah. I tell you what a sprint back that was by the trailers to get back into place. It's got some pace on him. Alas, though, pre-season can certainly throw up results that you probably... I expected goals in this game.
Don't put my name on it. Killed her. Absolutely killed us.
As Chadwick pulls it in. Anna Fawozi. Oh, he hit it blind. Didn't really look. I'm guessing, did they say Mark Crovers and the Hoyde on my podcast there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no one grumbled. So.
No. It's a free kick to Gateshead here. Minute and a half remain. Well, Billy Chadwick stands over this one. Oh, well, That was not a Gateshead corner, I don't think. But it is. So it's been given. I thought it would come off a Gateshead head there. Not blessed with replays, of course. Gateshead. Less than 60 seconds left now of this game. In it comes. It's a keeper comes out and fists it clear. Wasn't a bad corner in truth, but wasn't a Gateshead player getting to it. Ferguson gives it to Robinson. Robinson tries to pick out the run of Anna Fawozi and does so. Fawozi brings it down. Tried to get it round Chibizi. Quickly taken by the trialist. Home. And Callum Bowen on the far side. Dying seconds of the game. There's a referee looks at his watch. And Fozy puts it in. It's a grass cutter cleared out for a throw on this side. And there is the full-time whistle. South Shields run out 4-1 winners here in this pre-season friendly. As Gateshead have one game left now against Spennymoor, which will also be former Gateshead player Rob Ramshaw's testimonial game. And we'll see what League Catmull's men can do in that one before the season opener against Eastleigh on August the 8th. No, they said April. August the 8th. Thank you very much for all of your people that's joined us. Remember, hit like and subscribe. Join us on Heat On Me podcast this week. We're hoping to have a Gateshead player or two with us live on the show. So what we want you is to be there with us and join us and follow our social medias as well. But as I say, pre-season, it doesn't mean anything, but lessons can be learned, and we'll see you next time.